A downtown safety blitz.
This isn't a one and done.
Calgary Police hit the streets to help and enforce. Plus, the climbing cost of citizen-led petitions and recalls.
And now the UCP is freaking out. They're deliberately underfunding Elections Alberta so that these things can't continue.
Elections Alberta asks for more money but gets shut down. And introducing children to jobs in healthcare.
It's really inspiring to see what they do here.
Take Your Kid to Work Day includes a trip to a simulated operating room.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Jordan Cannigan.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Calgary Police are cracking down on crime in the core with Operation Order. If you were downtown today, you would have seen more than 100 officers patrolling streets, alleyways, and C-train platforms. Police say more resources will lead to more boots on the ground and will enhance public safety. Tyson Fedor reports.
It's a quick debrief, and then officers are off on foot and by patrol car seeking any public disorder or criminal activity.
If people are committing criminal behaviors or people are breaking the law, we will arrest them.
Operations Order connects people with social service supports, enforces bylaws and laws related to drug use, possession, trafficking, and violent offenses.
This isn't a one and done. This just isn't us showing up and then walking away and then not coming back for months and months later.
One man was stopped on Stephen Avenue where police asked if he needed any help and to connect him with shelter supports. Then 3 men were seen smoking what police believe were illegal drugs in this back alley off Stephen Ave.
We came upon these gentlemen that were, it appeared that they were smoking from some sort of glass pipe. We detained them for the purpose of giving them a summons.
One of those men is known to police, but he tells CTV News he is trying to get on the right track.
Every night is hell, man. I don't sleep because it's so cold. I just want to change my life back around and have my daughter in my life again.
Grant Robinson has been taking shelter at the Mustard Seed after living on the streets for 2 years. He says he was issued a $220 ticket for allegedly tossing a cigarette butt onto the road.
This is going to stop me from probably another month because I have to pay it. Homeless people, if you don't house them right away, they're going to get worse. They're going to start selling drugs. They're going to start stabbing people.
But he adds that housing is a key factor as why social disorder is so high.
Safety is primary concern, and operations like today is part of that solution, along with housing and programming and placemaking.
Police also detained 3 people for loitering at the City Hall platform.
He has a right to ask you if I can go.
It led to the arrests of 2 men on outstanding warrants.
Oh, what are y'all doing? Just getting cash? Cash grab? Get us a home. You're just gonna be keeping us off.
This crackdown comes as disorder calls since 2023 in the core have risen. Between January and September of this year, there were more than 13,000 calls for help. The same can be said for calls on violence. Those are also up from last year. Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
And police responded to more than 160 calls for service as part of that operation. 20 people were arrested and there were 20 charges laid. Police say there were some assaults. Several weapons were also seized. Another group of Alberta public workers say they're ready to strike if a new collective agreement can't be reached. More than 16,000 healthcare workers, the majority licensed practical nurses and healthcare aides, have been looking for a new deal since March of 2024. As Tim Brook reports, it appears another showdown with the province is brewing.
More labor problems in Alberta. Those who work alongside and sometimes fill in for registered nurses have voted overwhelmingly in favor of a strike if they do not reach a deal on a new collective agreement.
Their withdrawal of services would impact the healthcare system altogether and the ability of Albertans to receive the care that they need.
Bargaining started in March of 2024 and broke down this April. A strike could now happen as soon as mid-November.
We have repeatedly tried to negotiate with them and for them to recognize the importance of the work that our members do. our members have had enough of the disrespect.
Compensation and working conditions are top of mind, just like they were during the teacher strike. The AUPE says LPNs are doing 84% of what registered nurses do, and so should be paid 84% of an RN salary. The province says that's unrealistic.
We're very far apart if you look at those numbers. Like, we need to get into some form of a landing zone to get a deal. That's not something you've seen across the country, increases like that. So, you know, unfortunate, but here we are, and we'll continue to bargain.
When teachers were ordered back to work last week, talk of a province-wide general strike picked up. But one labor expert says so far it's been only that, talk, something working in the government's favor.
The message they're taking from this is that they can push public sector workers around and make them do what they want because they have the power of the government. The lack of a very quick response is an indication to me that the labor movement wasn't quite as prepared as they needed to be.
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
Now, a strike will only happen if a new deal with AHS can't be reached. Bargaining will resume tomorrow, and the earliest the union could serve a 72-hour strike notice is on November 17th. Well, dozens of Calgarians gathered downtown to call on the provincial government to step up environmental protections. It wants the Alberta government to take proper action to address growing costs of abandoned oil and gas wells. The group says a proposed plan could see industry let off the hook of paying for the cleanup of thousands of abandoned wells. They also oppose the province's pitch to replace the coal moratorium in the Rockies.
The cleanup cost issue, we want to show people that it's ridiculous that the government is saying that essentially they don't have money to fund teachers or education. You know, teachers were just forced back to work, but they are proposing to essentially make taxpayers foot the bill for oil and gas companies' cleanup costs.
The event was organized by the Coalition for Responsible Energy, but also included speakers from other environmental and landowner rights groups. A fight is brewing over funding for Elections Alberta. Critics say a shortfall is threatening democratic rights as voters try to launch recall petitions and other citizen-led initiative campaigns. Mark Villani reports on the growing tension between grassroots movements and the province.
Workers at Elections Alberta are expected to be busier than usual in the coming months, counting signatures for recall campaigns aimed at ousting UCP MLAs Dimitrios Nicolaides and Angela Pitt. The only problem, they might not have the funds to do it.
For them to say that there's no money available to Elections Alberta is stopping them from being able to do their legal obligation to Albertans.
Alberta's chief electoral officer asked for over $13 million to deal with recalls and referendums, but slightly less than $1.5 million was awarded by a UCP-led committee. That's enough to verify more than 450,000 signatures from the Forever Canadian campaign designed to counter an Alberta independence vote, but not enough for other petitions. Critics say the shortfall threatens democracy.
And it's really scary to know that you have a government that is not operating in our best interests.
If you don't give them enough resources to properly stage by-elections, referenda, and recalls, then we will be questioning how well was it done.
Elections Alberta says if it was unable to complete its verification process for any petition in the future, that would put us in breach of legislation. We will continue to work with the Standing Committee to secure the funding we need so that we can avoid that situation. Justice Minister Mickey Amery says more money could come, but only once formal petitions are submitted.
We know that the CEO has been asking for money in anticipation of future recall petitions, and we think that's fine, but the opportunity should arise when those petitions actually come forward.
Alberta's recall legislation was first announced under former Premier Jason Kenney back in 2021. Some critics say the UCP never imagined it could be used like this.
And now the UCP is freaking out because they are in what the internet calls the find out phase. They want these petitions to fail because these are petitions against this government.
As for grassroots organizers, they're not giving up anytime soon.
We want to show that this is not what we want. We want to stand up for our kids. It's the right thing to do.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
Alberta Justice says it did not see a need to approve funding for the verification of any other petitions at this time. The UCP-led Standing Committee will meet again on December 5th to address future budget requests. bring in Danielle for a first look at weather, and it was a cooler, kind of gloomy day today with a little bit of everything, but it might get better tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so we're not looking at snowflakes tomorrow or rainfall. We're looking at more sunshine for tomorrow and warmer temperatures. The price it comes with, though, is some wind gusts. You know, your standard Chinook type pattern. So 40 to 50 kilometer per hour gusts likely, especially in the afternoon hours, but we won't be dealing with wind chill. We'll be at +2 at 8 a.m. and in the afternoon you're looking at 12 degrees. That full forecast is just ahead.
Thank you, Danielle. Charges have been dropped for an Alberta horse trainer that was accused of animal theft. Katrina Doiron was arrested and charged back in August for allegedly stealing a horse. The Ponoka woman maintained all along she was holding on to the horse because its owner hadn't paid thousands of dollars in bills. She said she covered costs for vet care and food for the horse and was never paid back. The charge was withdrawn on Wednesday, and the issue is now a civil matter. A coalition of coastal First Nations and BC's Premier are demanding Ottawa's oil tanker ban be upheld. It's a wrench in the Alberta government's hope for another oil pipeline project to the Pacific. The Smith government wants the ban lifted, but as Stephanie Thomas reports, such a project already faces many other challenges.
We want this tanker ban to stay in place.
Coastal First Nations Great Bear Initiative and other Indigenous leaders signed a declaration to protect British Columbia's North Coast.
We cannot afford to let this happen.
A moratorium on oil tanker traffic in BC has been in place since 2019, a few years after the Northern Gateway project to connect Alberta bitumen to Kitimat failed. BC Premier David Eby says oil tanker traffic should never resume and opposes renewed interest in a pipeline from northern Alberta to the coast.
This declaration is not a reaction to Alberta.
Alberta Premier Danielle Smith doesn't see it that way, and in a statement said a single parochial premier cannot block the export of the most valuable asset of 5 million Albertans. A later statement removed that line, but Smith maintained there needs to be support from Ottawa, a credible proponent, as well as extensive First Nation engagement and co-ownership.
We absolutely need better market access for our bitumen. It's a huge opportunity to grow wealth from the country. We know how to do it, but there's no easy path right now.
Alberta is leading a working group with 3 major pipeline companies, Enbridge, Trans Mountain, and Southbow, to explore a route to northern BC. All 3 declined to comment or did not reply to our requests. Energy experts say if the tanker ban were to be lifted, First Nations leaders may fight it in court. And there are environmental concerns unique to the rugged fjords near Kitimat.
Landslide can trigger a hazards cascade. It can trigger a big wave in that fjord or in that lake. You know, that wave can propagate out of the fjord, impacting whatever infrastructure, whether it's villages or ships or pipelines along the coast, etc.
Smith has said she expects Prime Minister Mark Carney to announce changes to the tanker ban by Grey Cup Sunday on November 16th. Stephanie Thomas, CTV News, Calgary.
Smith also said her government would apply for a pipeline at the Major Projects Office soon after. A tribute to veterans now adorns one Calgary mall. The crosswalk at North Hill Centre is painted with red and white stripes to mark Remembrance Day. The tribute includes the silhouette of a soldier and the motto, "Lest we forget." On November 11th, CTV Calgary will bring you the Remembrance Day service from the Hangar Flight Museum on TV and online beginning at 10:30 a.m. Well, the climbing cost of food has many Canadians getting desperate. Which items are seeing the biggest price hikes and how Calgarians are adjusting? That's next.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
The countdown is on for WestJet and its flight attendants union to reach a new deal. The current contract expires December 31st. The flight attendants union has released a video poking fun at the airline's new non-reclining seats while outlining concerns about working conditions. Flight attendants want to be paid for all of their work. Right now, they're only compensated for the time planes are in the air. A bill aimed at ending unpaid work for flight attendants is being considered by the federal government, but experts say the clock is ticking if WestJet and the union don't reach a deal.
The odds of a strike, as far as I'm concerned, if that legislation doesn't happen, and it's still and pay for work performed remains an issue, we probably have a strike in January.
Unpaid work was the main reason behind an Air Canada flight attendant strike in August. Arbitrators are still working out that contract. New data from Statistics Canada shows food prices continue to rise. It's forcing some Calgarians to make tough decisions and even look for help. Jacqueline Wilson reports.
Canadians paid 4% more for groceries in September compared to a year ago. That's according to Statistics Canada, and many Calgarians are noticing the increase.
Outrageous. It's surely outrageous.
The biggest price hike was for roast and ground coffee at 41%, followed by fresh or frozen ground beef at 17.4% and nuts and seeds at 15.7%.
With beef is a bit of a hangover from extreme weather a couple of years ago in the Canadian West and in the Midwest of the U.S., where we had very dry weather in the summer, low snow carryover in the winter, so there was low moisture. And so there were high grain prices, lower availability, less grass, less hay, and farmers shrunk their cow herds a little bit.
As for nuts, seeds, and coffee, they've experienced extreme weather and labor issues. Tariffs have also made an impact on September coffee prices.
Some of our smaller roasters are buying from brokers in the U.S., and during the summer when we had retaliatory tariffs on, those tariffs included coffee.
Grocery prices have been rising steadily since April 2024, and it's spurring many Calgarians to search for deals.
We can't afford food anymore. I look in every flyer for Safeway, Co-op, Save on Foods, No Frills. I look for the best deal.
Meanwhile, rising food costs have increased demand for the Salvation Army's food hamper program in Forest Lawn.
Food insecurity is a growing concern in Calgary. Just looking at how the rising cost and inflation, it has become a struggle for Calgarians to meet their basic needs like food. It is a huge concern. We see more than 1,000 people walking through our doors every single month because they cannot afford food even if they're working.
With many of the same inflationary conditions remaining in place, those who track food costs expect the upward pressure on prices will only continue. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
To donate to the Salvation Army's programs, you can head to its website, salvationarmy.ca. A new affordable housing development broke ground today in southwest Calgary. The development in the community of Curry will be made up of a 62-unit apartment building and a 10-unit townhouse complex. The apartments will be a mix of bachelor, 1- and 2-bedroom units. It was made possible through the Federal Lands Initiative and the city's Housing Incentive Program. The builder Onward Homes says it's important to provide entry-level homes to help with the housing crisis. Well, we're in store for a little bit of a warm-up tomorrow before it cools back down. Danielle will have all of the weather details coming up.
Well, today in the city, temperatures where they should be. It was gloomy. It was, we had a little bit of snowfall, a little bit of rainfall in the city. And tomorrow we're looking at brighter, warmer, windier for sure. 4 degrees was our daytime high in Calgary, 5 in Edmonton, 6 in through Regina, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, Thunder Bay, and St. John's. So a lot of, in Quebec City, a lot of 6s out there. Okay, radar and satellite. This is the system we've been dealing with, not delivering a whole lot to much of the south. This is mainly a central Alberta type system, but we are looking at rainfall possible up until about 2:30 in the morning. Looking at the hour by hour here, 2:30, still that potential Calgary up to QE2. North of that, it will be a snow event for tonight and tomorrow. This does clear out for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're looking at partly cloudy skies. So some sunshine at times, some cloudy periods at times, and it will be gusty. 40 to 50 kilometer per hour winds in the city. And then the gusts 60 to 70 kilometers per hour south of the city. So Pincher Creek, Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat. So while we're not dealing with any moisture, we're certainly going to have the wind, but that's a wind out of the west. And that's why temperatures will be able to climb for tomorrow. Now on Friday, we get the next system. And because of the temperature profiles with this system at this time of year, we're at freezing, just above freezing, then below freezing. We have the potential once again for snowflakes, rainfall, and even freezing rain as well. This is a wave that arrives early Friday morning, and then we have more that arrives later in the day on Friday in the afternoon. And by that point, it looks like it will be mainly a snow event for the city. Rainfall more likely in the far south. All right, longer range forecast. This wind will bump us up to 12 degrees as our daytime high for tomorrow. And even in the morning, it will be quite warm. Well, I guess if you compare it to the wind chill we had this morning, tomorrow at 8 a.m. +2. All right, then by Friday, the next system arrives. It will be much like what we had today for Friday. So a daytime high of 4, mixed precipitation, and a little windy at times as well. On Saturday, though, temperatures will start to climb, 7 degrees for Saturday, and we should be back in the teens for Sunday and Monday.
Thank you, Danielle. Still to come, out of the classroom and into the hospital. Take your kid to work day gives some children a chance to learn in the operating room. Students got a feel for what it's like working in healthcare today at Rocky View General Hospital. Take Our Kids to Work Day allowed young people the chance to perform surgery and experience a simulated operating room. While hands-on experience means a lot, a newfound appreciation for their relatives' jobs might mean even more. Tyler Barrow explains.
Bit closer together so that she'll have a nicer scar.
It's something veteran nurse Kyla Black, who works at Rocky View General Hospital, knows well.
I've always felt like I'm in the right place doing the right work and feel passionate about my nursing background.
On Take Your Kid to Work Day, she has brought in her 16-year-old niece, hoping to inspire her to follow in her footsteps.
I've definitely shown interest in being a nurse before, and being here definitely helps.
Jorgensen is one of approximately 30 youth taking part in the event at Rocky View General Hospital. Family relatives are taken through 6 different stations, which includes performing on a mannequin in a simulated operating room and doing laparoscopic surgery, all while learning about the different careers in the field.
The neat thing is that there's a lot of kids that maybe weren't interested in healthcare and now are strongly considering that as a career.
Just ask clinical nurse Natalie Marshall. She brought her 15-year-old son last year, who is now really interested in physiotherapy.
He's just doing his CPR first aid course that he's just finishing up in school, and so it kind of opened a whole avenue of something that he didn't know he was actually looking for.
Some of these students will possibly find their way back to Rocky View General Hospital for work one day, but what they will take away is an appreciation for what their family members do.
There's a lot more than what meets the eye, because there's so many things that people need to study.
Seeing what she does every day, I guess I'm surprised because I never knew she did all this kind of stuff every day.
Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
And the Students' Commission of Canada, which helps organize Take Our Kids to Work Day events, says the day also provides youth some experience to put on a resume while also connecting them with potential future employers. That does it for our show this evening. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.